Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So on my second half of my Black Mirror Season 5 review, I'm going to be going over the two remaining episodes, Smithereens and Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2. If you wanted to see my initial review of the very first episode, Striking Vipers, I will leave that in the description area below. And so let's go ahead and start with Smithereens, which is primarily set in London, England. And it stars this character named Chris and a company named Smithereens and another character, Jaden, and a very important character later on, played by Topher Grace. And so the story is fairly simple. Chris has issues, specifically with Smithereens, and he actually kidnapped somebody named Jaden. And the majority of this story is actually played out inside a car. And there's other characters that surround him. And then Topher Grace comes in much later, and he's basically a Mark Zuckerberg version in this world. And the premise is very, very much related to social media and technology and how that could really impact people's lives in a very real and very emotional way. And the rest of the story itself, it's not that interesting, I would say, even though the acting in this particular episode is done extremely well by everybody involved. And I really did enjoy Topher Grace in this episode. And the tension is pretty much the best thing about this particular episode, especially having most of it take place in a car between Chris and Jaden and the characters that are surrounding it. And so that's really what I think draws you in and keeps you in. Now, in terms of why he's doing this, what's happening, that wasn't as interesting as I would like. And so that's kind of where I'm like, if it didn't have this whole tension and if the acting wasn't as good as it was, I probably wouldn't be really excited about watching this episode. And out of the 3 episodes in this season, to me, this is probably the weakest in terms of the whole story, because you don't really think much about it even after the end. It doesn't leave you wanting or asking questions, and it doesn't answer that many questions as well. It's basically another commentary on social media, on technology, and how that affects people in terms of their relationships, in terms of the impact that it has in their lives, in terms of privacy, all those things that we would normally think about, it's in this. And really, the only times I got really excited was when the actors were there doing their best acting roles, adding that tension, adding a lot of humor, especially with Topher Grace. I enjoyed those parts the best. And so let's go ahead and get to the last episode in this season, and that is Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2. Now this one is completely surprising, and I could not believe that Miley Cyrus was actually acting in this, not only as a singer, which she is really known for, but also being an actress. I don't think I've ever watched anything where Miley Cyrus was actually playing an actress, maybe in some of her older stuff or kids shows that she used to do. But this one, I really enjoyed her performance. Obviously, she did really well playing a singer in this particular episode. Obviously, she is a singer in the real world, but it takes a lot of acting ability to play a very, I would say, deep character, in terms of she's not just a very simple cookie cutter character, although she has those moments as well, but she also plays a big role in the whole Ashley 2 character, which is basically this AI robot. And I love that part of it because it was not only very interesting because I love AI, I love technology, but also it was so funny to see Miley Cyrus take this character of Ashley and Ashley 2 in so many different ways, so many different emotions. And then the other characters that surround it, Rachel and Jack, I enjoyed their performances as well, but it was mostly about Miley Cyrus's character playing Ashley, the real Ashley, and the AI Ashley. And everything else that surrounds it, it talks about the music industry, talks about being who you really are, the pressures that surrounds it, and how you could actually be free in a lot of ways from this through a different medium. And it also has a little bit of relationship building in terms of the two characters that work along with Ashley, but also Ashley's relationship with somebody else in her world. And so all of those things come together to make this a really entertaining episode. And out of all the 3 episodes in Black Mirror Season 5, this was my favorite, unexpectedly. And once again, Miley Cyrus playing this dual role character of this singer of herself in the AI machine. So technically it's almost 3 different characters and all her range of emotions. I'm really impressed by it. And I'm really impressed by how they meld the real world with this world. But also at the same time, it has some really important messages as well. Even though we've seen some of this before, I think the way in which it's told is really funny, humorous, and at the same time serious as well. So those are my thoughts on Black Mirror Season 5. The remaining 2 episodes. I did enjoy this season very much like I did the other 2. And my favorite in terms of ranking is this Rachel, Jack, Ashley 2. That's my favorite. And my second favorite is Striking Vipers. And third, Smithereens. And overall, if you did enjoy Black Mirror, all of the previous seasons, I think you'll definitely get a lot of enjoyment out of this, despite the fact that it is less episodes during this season. And hopefully the next season, we'll continue to get more of this type of shows, more of this entertainment, more of this weird technology, real world stuff that I think a lot of people who are fans of this series do enjoy. So if you actually had any thoughts in this, whether it's these 2 episodes I talked about here, Smithereens, Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2, or even the other episode, Striking Vipers, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then check out my Gold Content Creators Group, where you'll get access to 30 videos plus additional content for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Gold Content Creators Group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.